Hey everyone, Monkey here, and we are gonna go into cooking some pork ribs today. Like it could actually be anything like a pork chop or pork ribs or a pork loin. It works good for chicken, and we're gonna make my not at all famous dry rub. Okay, first we're gonna start with a quarter cup of paprika, normal paprika, a quarter cup of brown sugar. We've got a tablespoon of onion powder and a tablespoon of garlic powder. We have a teaspoon of cilantro, a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and like just a heaping pinch of cinnamon. Hey everyone, so we marinated this pork last night in the dry rub, my not so famous dry rub, and it's been sitting all night. We're warming up the grill. We're gonna put this on the grill. I got some corn up here as well. I start off with a really hot heat so we can sear the meat on both sides, and that kind of keeps it tender so we can cook it for a while. You can hear that sizzle. That's what you want to hear when you throw it on the grill. We've got some corn also roasting up there, and I always keep this with a hot side of the grill and a cooler side of the grill, so that way if things heat up I can move it to the other side. But this side is really just to kind of sear the both sides of the meat, so it kind of keeps it tender on the inside. And I got this little kind of secret thing I do up here. This cup is filled with apple cider, so when the grill heats up, it starts to like warm this up, and then it creates like this kind of appley steam that kind of keeps the meat tender and gives it a really good flavor. So we're gonna cook this, and then we'll come back and show you guys what it looks like when we're done. Hey everyone, well we're back. So I've had this kind of searing on the grill a little bit. You can see how it's all starting to caramelize. That's the brown sugar kind of working, and we've just got it pretty much seared up. So we're going to move this over to the cooler side of the grill over here. Hey guys, so we got one more thing we're going to do here. That this is just a mixture of just melted butter, some salt, and some pepper. And I got a little, silicone basting brush here, and I just kind of baste the corn here on both sides, and that just kind of cooks into the kernels and really gives it a good flavor for when it's done. Okay, so here we are, we're finished. We have the pork and the corn plated up here, and this shows the kind of dry rub here. You can see how it got all nice and caramelized and all of that. So then when you go in here, you get a nice, really tender, really good pork.
Hi guys, sit there, and I'm gonna show you one of my favorite kind of cookies that I found out that I can have gluten-free, and we're gonna make it without flour. So let's get into it. Alright, so for dry ingredients, I have sugar, it's a half a cup. And going into the wet, I have 1 egg at room temperature, a whole heaping cup of peanut butter, and about a teaspoon of vanilla. And then these delicious options here are gonna go onto the cookies or into the cookies, but that's gonna be done later. Alright, now we are ready to start rolling these. I see like this consistency is really nice because it's not leaving any kind of residue other than oil. In some cases, there's some that I actually might do a little different. I'm not really too sure. We're gonna wing it, okay? I'm gonna take some of these little bad boys, and we're just gonna mix them in like so. guys. You see how some of the cookies are starting to crack and split? It means they're ready to come out. And we're gonna move on to the next step. Alright guys, so we are almost done. We just now get the little Hershey Kisses that we have. And put one on, kind of press it just like so. And if you accidentally unravel too many Hershey Kisses, that's perfectly fine because